Ira Epstein with your morning flash update for this June 7th, Tuesday, 2022, 8:35 a.m. Central Time. Well, we wake up. We had a small attempt at a rally yesterday on Monday. We have a Tuesday reversal. Not a surprise there. Energy prices still up. Jeff Curry of Goldman talking this morning on, I think it was Bloomberg, about $140 oil, $20 more a barrel in the third quarter. So it gives you an idea there. In the grain markets, it's a little bit of everything. We started off much stronger in the wheat market and have given up since then about 20 cents on the day. You know, there's just so much talk in wheat about getting the wheat out of Ukraine. And tomorrow the talks between Russia and Turkey begin. You know, when there's that much smoke, there's liable to be some reality that they're going to get something done. I don't think it'll be the Russia-Turkey plan, though. I think NATO would have to get involved and guarantee the corridors. The big question is, will they? Why not? You know, the world is starving in many areas because of that loss of the grain. They just might do it. It's a strange war. It would be a standoff there because once you get rid of the mines outside of some of the key ports around Ukraine, what takes place is it gives an open corridor for Russia to send in invasion troops and then a prong from that side. If they're going to allow the shipping, there's no way the NATO countries can allow that to take place. So that becomes a big, big issue for the marketplace. Maybe European Union gets involved. There's just an awful lot. You can see that we are breaking down in the gasoline today, 11 cents. Okay, it's probably going to find some support down here. Market getting a reaction to the holiday that we just went through. It makes all the sense to get a pullback. In the gold market, up against the silver. Copper market's been getting beat up the past couple of days, which I find interesting. Everything I'm reading, Shanghai is definitely on the road to getting back to fully normal. More and more stores, factories, transportation opening up, and even parts of Beijing. So maybe this is the market getting up high and getting the buy the rumor, you sell the fact idea. The dollar up today against a number of currencies, and it's not that you could say that it's just because of interest rates, because the rates are falling back a little bit. So I find that to be fascinating. When we take a look at the market today, U.S. balance of trade beat the estimate. We were hoping for 90 billion. They're down to 87, so that's really sharply lower, 22 billion lower than it was the prior month. Red Book sales, it's like every time we look, there's a 12% increase, and that's the game. Secretary of the Treasury Yellen speaks before today the U.S. Senate regarding the fiscal budget. We've got the Reserve Bank of Australia. The word was a 25 basis point hike, maybe 50, maybe. A lot of people thought maybe 40. It came in at 50, so it definitely was in the talk that I was hearing, but at the high end. S&P Global Group Index of Private Growth sector fell to 53.1 in May, but that is not as deep as the original look of a 51.8 flash estimate. So you put it together, interesting time, a lot of articles coming out as to why inflation might be peaking. I think those articles might be a bit early, but they do talk the freight index, they're talking potash prices. So some of the areas, they're starting to see the wobbling on the straight spike up on the inflation. I have a problem accepting that as long as energy prices remain this elevated because so much is impacted by energy. We're seeing Target's numbers, and I'm talking the store, came out, big miss. Stock down a whopping, I think, 9% this morning. And what's happening in these big box retailers, they have found that as the economy contracted and they unfortunately built supplies up after the supply chain constraints, they're just stuck with a lot of inventory, got to mark it down, and the profitability is getting marked down. They'll get through that too. I want to remind you, that one of the things that I do is I start you off each morning first at 5:30 in the morning with my futures. In the future subscriber video, we look for trade ideas. We're looking at the morning fundamentals. How are the charts shaping up? I'm looking at Europe, the United States, and Asia. Then we start diving in for trade strategies. What's there to be offered? Now, I'm talking long-term, short-term strategies for you. So it's not just one or the other. You come in there, You're looking at what they do. I put it in a way that on these charts you're able to look at them, see them easily, and explain each trade as it's going through. Now, one of the things I pride myself on, traders, my subscribers will write me every now and then and say, Ira, I'm looking at doing this. Can you tell me what you see of the chart? I do that. So I'll give you my knowledge, what I can do. Sometimes I even create a short 31-minute video of the chart, walk over it rather than write so much, and I think that you end up loving that. I devote just a short time each day to doing that, but I like to get it done for you. How do you find out more? Because that's what it's about. Go to our website under the word research. That's the key word. You can also take your cursor and just move up here, and you'll get there in 1 second as well. I'm Ira Epstein. You have yourself a good day, and I will see you later today in our market wrap-ups.